So today's update is what is liberalism? What is the Democrat Socialist Party? What are these cities, San Francisco, Seattle, New York, Boston, these liberal leftist cities? What are they really all about with this whole liberal leftist socialist Democrat Party system? I guess you call it rhino Republican too, fake phony Republican system as well. You know, what is it really all about? What it's all about is making you a slave. That's what it's all about. It's about taking you away from nature, taking you away from the forest, taking you away from family, and making you single, celibate, and lonely, living in a micro studio in a big, huge city like Seattle or New York or San Francisco, where you will basically be celibate, single, lonely, living in a micro studio on the Democrat Party slave plantation for your entire life, voting for Democrat Party bosses your entire life. That's basically what this Democrat socialist, big city, liberal, corporatist, globalist system is all about. It's literally about making you a slave. You know, you're going to live in the big city, far, far away from nature. You're not going to have a car because they tell you how hip and cool it is to take the bus to work. And there you're going to be in your micro studio, all single, all lonely. You're going to work 60, 70-hour weeks. You're going to pay $1,200 a month for your micro studio. You're going to work your $20 an hour job or your $15 an hour job. And you're going to work 60, 70-hour weeks, probably 2 jobs. And that's your life. You know, you go to work, you go to your second job, then you go home to your tiny little 220 square foot prison cell micro studio apartment. You pay $1,200 a month for that micro studio. You never build equity. You never build middle class wealth. You stay poor for your entire life. You keep voting for the Democrat Party, thinking they're going to help you. They keep saying they're going to help you. They're going to make college free. You vote for the Democrats. They give you the free college. Next thing you know, your wage collapses because everybody else gets that free degree as well. And because everybody else gets that free degree, your degree now has less value. So you make even less money. So you actually lose $1 million in your lifetime because your wage goes down by $20,000 per year. When the degree is free, you'll have millions of people getting these free college degrees, and the average wage for a college degree job will decline by, say, around $20,000, and you will lose $1 million in your lifetime. The Democrat Party is all about shifting massive amounts of middle-class wealth to the hands of the billionaire CEO corporate elites. That's what it's all about. The CEO billionaires get rich, you get poor and poor and poor, and there you are voting for the Democrat slave masters on the Democrat slave plantation, and you are the slave. You are the slave living in the micro studio, working 60, 70-hour weeks for the corporations, paying massive taxes to the big government. You pay massive taxes to the big government. You make $70,000 a year, let's say you're making $70,000 a year. You'll pay $20,000, $30,000 in taxes to the big, huge government. You'll pay another $15,000, $20,000 for your micro studio rent, and you will be left with virtually nothing. You will be left with virtually nothing because, again, it's a slave system. That's what it is. It's a slave system to make the big bureaucrats and big government filthy rich. It's a slave system to make the CEO billionaires filthy rich, and you get poorer and poorer and poorer in this system. You keep voting thinking you're going to get ahead, and in reality is you just get poorer and poorer and poorer. Every time you vote for the Democrat slave masters, you just get poorer and poorer and poorer because you're the slave on the plantation. That's what you are. You're the slave, and you're voting for your master. When you vote for the Democrat, you're voting for the slave master. You're voting for the person that oppresses you and keeps you poor. They keep you in the big cities to make you poor. You know, you can't buy a house in Seattle because it's $1 million. You can't buy a commie condo because it's $500,000. You know, same thing in all these big, huge cities nowadays. The prices are astronomical. Why are they astronomical? Because the Democrats and the corporations, they've created this system, right? The corporations put the high-tech jobs in the city center on purpose to make the prices skyrocket, all right? The big government, they do the zone restrictions. They do the zone restrictions to make the housing prices skyrocket. And then they flood it with massive out-of-control immigration. They just bring in millions and millions of immigrants. They bring in millions and millions of filthy rich billionaire, millionaire immigrants. They drive the housing prices sky high. All right, that is what they're doing. That is what they're doing, and it is sick. It is so disgusting. And that's what I just want to say right now is that when you vote Democrat, when you live in these big, huge cities like Seattle, you are just a slave to their system.